Welcome to Advanblack's YouTube channel. I'm Steve, service technician for Advanblack. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to install our brand new carbon fiber license plate bracket. So we do have two options that you can choose from. So our touring model one will fit only the 23.5 CVO and 24 and newer touring models as of right now. But the one for the Softail will of course fit a ton of different models. So we'll have all the fitment in the description down below and over on the website. And we'll have links to both of these down in the description, so it'll take you straight over there so you can check them out. Today, we're of course touring model on the lift back here. We're going to be installing the touring model one. Now this bike already has an aftermarket license plate bracket on it, but if you have the OEM one that looks like this, it's very easy to change. You've got a little piece of plastic right here. It's going to cover these two bolts. You're going to take these two bolts out. This whole thing comes off. Make sure to pull the wire out and disconnect the quick disconnector on the back side, so it's very easy to do. Now I'm going to show you how to take this other aftermarket one off here. Over here it's going to show you those two bolts here in a minute. But we also have this carbon fiber light cap, so if you want to run the OEM plate, you can. So this bracket that we're going to be installing today does not go over the OEM one. It is a replacement, or you can do the carbon fiber light cap like this. So on the touring model one, I will show you how to wire up the LED lights for this. Of course, you're going to lose the big lid, like I just showed you the carbon fiber cover for that. You're going to lose that. So you got to have a lighted license plate. So the studs that hold the license plate onto the bracket are going to be LED lit. So we'll get the camera over here. We'll get this one removed. We'll get this one installed, and then I'll show you how to wire this one up. As an additional option in the drop down menu on the website, you'll see these colored pieces like this. Now this is just an accent piece, so whether you've got your bike green, purple, blue, red, orange, we have a lot of options here, and this is just an accent piece that's going to show out from around the edge of the frame. So without actually bolting it up, you can see just like that, it's going to set between the carbon plate frame and the bracket, and you'll see a little bit of that color all the way around, and then a little design up here. But that's going to be an additional option, so make sure to check out the website for that. So like I said before, if you have the OEM one, it's going to look just like this. You've got the two bolts right here. That's the same two bolts that are right here on this bike. On the inside here, you've got a plastic cap that covers up the back side of the bracket, so this just pops off. You're going to pull down from the top and pull that off. So you just got a Torx 27 bolt here and here, so we're going to remove those. Going to hold the back of the plate because there is a bracket on the back side. Pull this up and away. We're going to squeeze these two pieces, push this in, and release that bracket all the way down. Going to move the connector off of the back bracket. I'm sorry you can't really see what I'm doing in here, but you can just kind of feel around. I'll show it to you once I get it off. It's just a little quick connect on the back side, and we're going to pull all of that back through. So there's your bracket that goes on the inside, and then there's the quick disconnect. So basically when this is in here, you couldn't really see what I was doing, you're going to line those square holes up, right? That square hole, this square hole. It's going to line up with the wire going through there, connector through there, and then this little piece right here holds that wire in and then goes down and clicks in. So if you have the OEM one, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to go through that hole, and it's going to line up with those two holes down at the bottom just like that and sandwich onto the fender. So very easy to remove either way you're doing this. So when you're getting ready to install this, we're going to take the two screws out of the bottom. It's just two Phillips head screws, and take the carbon fiber frame off. Put your license plate up on it. If you choose one of the colored pieces, that's going to go on the back first, then your plate, and then your carbon frame. So we're going to line all this up, and we're going to get our two Phillips screws and put them back in the bottom. And I'd recommend putting blue Loctite on these screws, just a little dab on there so they don't vibrate out. And then we're going to take our two lights, we're going to pull that heat shrink off to make this a little bit easier. Your top two screws to hold the plate on are your LED lights now, so we're going to just poke that through there. You're going to turn that in. You want to turn your LED light where it's kind of at an angle across your plate, You're gonna do the same thing over on this side. Then if you flip it over to the back side, you'll see a little groove right there. So that's gonna set across that. So this is setting on the fender and it won't pinch the wire. You're gonna do that to both sides and get this in the middle. So you're gonna poke your wire through. Poke your wire all the way through. Make sure that your screw pulls all the way through. Inside your bag of hardware, you'll have a small nylon nut like that. Go ahead and run your wires through it. We're gonna go ahead and tighten that down and make sure your LEDs, of course, are facing at an angle going across the plate. So this is what it should look like when it's complete. Take our heat shrink, put it back on the wires, and then that will lay across that, and that will lay across that. So we're gonna make sure our heat shrink goes across that. It's gonna help protect those wires. Make it come out at the top right there in that square. So this is going to be your connector that's going to plug into the bike, and on the other end you can see that the blue and the black. We're going to flip this edge open. So on the back side of this, we've got our blue and our black. We're going to strip back a little bit of that wire on each one. We're going to tie our blues together, tie our blacks together. Then we have the other half of our connector. The other half of our connector, it's got that little clear clip on it. We're going to flip that up. We're going to poke our wires through the two holes in the connector, and then when we push that down, it'll go into the brass here. So we're going to put our blue through the clear. All right, set it in place, hold it. Go our black. Put it through the clear. And then all we have to do is press down. Make sure you hear that click to know that that cap is closed. We can give it a little pull, make sure our wires are tight. Then this is now ready to go on the bike. We're going to make sure that our wires are through those grooves in the back. Make sure they come up through that hole right there at the top. Let that go all the way in. Line up our screw holes. Just make sure that your wires are not in between the plastic and the fender. Make sure they come across and go up through that hole and then through that square. And we're just going to push it on. So then all the thing I have left to do is put our two nuts on the back side of those bolts. And then we can come down here underneath the bike, get our wire harness and connect it. Listen for the click, and then we can get in there and zip tie all that off and make sure it stays away from the tire. Turn the bike on, you can come back here and adjust your lights so they're shining across the plate, and that's it. So that's it. Pretty easy install. Definitely something you can do at home. Changes the back of the way your bike looks. And don't forget, we do have this in the Softail version, and also don't forget that these colored pieces are an option as well. But we do have the red, black, green, blue, purple, and orange. So you can select those if you want to add a little bit of color to your bike. If you want to get your hands on one of these, I'll put a link down in the description down below. Take you straight over to the website, or you can get up with an authorized Advanblack dealer. For the first 2 days after this video drops, you'll have to go through a dealer, but after that, so just check the date on the video. After that, we'll have a link down in the description so you can buy it straight from the website. Hope that video helped you, and if it did, don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm going to get out of here, get myself cleaned up. I hope to see you in the next video, but until then, as always, be safe, keep your knees in the breeze.